program was recorded at the ARC Annual Industry Forum in Orlando, Florida. I'm pleased to welcome Research Director of ARC Advisory Group, Sal Spada.
Joining us today is with a conversation about industrial automation in North America is Raj Batra, President of the Siemens Industry Automation Division, Siemens Industry. Welcome, Raj.
Thank you, Sal.
Well, I'm glad to have you here today because we're going to talk a little bit about some of the trends emerging in the North American market in particular. Now, one thing I'd like to talk to you about is what's changing from the manufacturer's perspective when they select technology, whether it's automation technology in discrete manufacturing or process manufacturing. What are the changing trends that you're seeing?
Well, certainly capacity utilization in industry is still low. So when you look at the core discrete manufacturing industries and even the process industries, it's improving from very, very depressed base in '09. But one of the emerging trends that we're seeing, and I haven't seen this in my 20 years in industry, is a revisitation of technology standards, a revisitation of the bill of process, how companies are selecting technology. So it's becoming a pure technology play versus we always did it that way. And they're looking at the CIO environments and they're looking at the manufacturing environments. And in the past, these two environments didn't really merge. We had some elements of virtual, but today they're looking at virtualization, and we heard it today in the conference about the importance of virtualization in virtual design, virtual build, virtual commissioning. So that is really a strength of ours in Siemens with our product lifecycle portfolio that does computer data design engineering, product data management, product lifecycle management, and the digital manufacturing environment. We're tying that into digital plant engineering and then also manufacturing execution systems. So spanning this whole continuum is extremely important in driving productivity for our users, and this is prevalent in the discrete and process industries.
Well, that's fascinating because it's bringing the whole design process into your organization as part of your offering is great. Now, with the recent reorganization, particularly in North America, you've had the opportunity to bring building automation, industrial automation, and power generation all together into one unified business unit. How do you see that playing out going forward?
Well, this gives us an unparalleled span into the industrial manufacturing environment. And so when you look at the span of factory automation to industrial software to building automation solutions to lighting to high-speed rail, these are important industries in the United States. And so with our 33,000 employees and access to every vertical market in the United States, in certain cases it's a pure product supplier, as we would supply in industrial automation, or in other cases, it's a full-scale technology provider.
You said 33,000 employees in North America alone, is that correct?
That's our span of industry.
You're unknown from that perspective. Now, one of the things that we've been talking about is, over the past couple of days, is some of the infrastructure investments that are going on in North America. We're seeing investments in high-speed rail, investments in waste and water plants, treatment facilities, green energy. Where do you see Siemens fitting into that? Because do you see a role for Siemens in that?
Yeah, these infrastructure improvements and green improvements and sustainability improvements in the United States bode very well for our portfolio. We're a market leader in solar. We recently made an acquisition of Sal, which is a major technology provider in concentrated solar power, one of the world's leaders in the solar photovoltaic market, another very, very important industry for Siemens. And we're seeing greenfield opportunities and an ecosystem of suppliers in this business in the United States that we didn't even think of 5 or 6 years ago.
You've always been involved with some element of the green energy. You were involved with biofuels years ago, weren't you?
And we're the largest producer of offshore wind. So again, another very, very important technology. Biomass, geothermal, these are all technologies that we have a very strong presence in globally, and we'll certainly expand that presence in the United States.
Now, certainly one of the biggest issues facing North America today is the loss of manufacturing jobs. And there's been a tremendous amount of jobs lost in North America, in certainly the automotive industries and all of its supply chain. How do you see Siemens turning that picture around, or actually being an asset in terms of improving manufacturing jobs or increasing manufacturing?
Well, I can't speak to the number of jobs, and I'll let the industrial manufacturers talk about that. But what I'll certainly say is it's our obligation to drive productivity in these industries. And I'll just give you some stats. I mean, reduced engineering time to market. We're seeing in certain cases that reduction in engineering time by 50% in certain discrete segments. The reduced manufacturing costs of 35 to 40%. So these are incredible productivity drivers to make U.S. manufacturing much more competitive. And our belief, if U.S. manufacturing is much more competitive, that's a great stimulus for jobs.
So that's going to draw other manufacturers here, or increase the reason to produce in North America, thereby increasing the need for manufacturing jobs indirectly.
We're banking on it.
Yes. Thank you, Raj. We've been talking with Raj Batra, President of the Siemens Industry Automation Division, Siemens Industry. Thank you very much for watching.